Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you different ways to make stickers in Cricut Design Space. Feel free to use the timestamps in the video and in the description to skip ahead to the way that you would like to make your stickers. I'll be showing you how to make single stickers and sticker sheets with the paid Cricut Access and without it. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm already on Cricut Design Space, and you can either click the blank canvas here or go up to new project and go to blank canvas. Okay, so I'm gonna make a unicorn sticker. Okay, so there's two different ways to do this. I'm gonna put a shape on the screen just so you can see. Just put a shape here so you can see the back of it. All right, and I'm gonna change the color of this shape. This is just so we can see what's going on, and then I'm gonna move it to the back. So now we have our unicorn that we're gonna use as a sticker. And the first way to do this, if you have Cricut Access, you have this thing up here that says create a sticker, and you can click check it out. But they have two different ways to do this. You can die cut, it's just cutting all the way through the sticker, and it will come out in like one little sticker, and you have multiple little small stickers. The kiss cut is where you have a whole sticker sheet, and all you just peel off the stickers from off of there, right? It cuts a little bit through the top of the paper, but not all the way through the back end. Okay, so for this one, just a quick one, we're going to do a die cut for this, and it allows you to change the border. You have a thin border, you have a standard border, wide, and cut, and you can customize however you want. And then also you can change the color of the border. So you have the standard one, which will probably be better for this one, because on the thin one, it's going to leave out that star. These stars are going to be left out. So I'm going to use the standard one for this one. Okay, so if you click apply, so with the Cricut create a sticker, they already have it set as print then cut for you. So everything should be ready for you, and I'm going to delete this because this is just the background. So everything should be ready for you to hit make it, and then I'm not going to save it. And then it should all cut in one piece, right? So it'll all cut together. And that's just basically the easiest way to make a die cut sticker. Okay, so I'm going to do this again, but without the create a sticker, right? So I'm going to use the same image. And then you click on the image, and what you're going to do is you're going to go up to offset. So this is basically the version on the Cricut sticker maker. This is basically the version where it says custom. The offset is basically you just doing your own custom outline. So you click the image and then do an offset, and you can have it rounded or more straight corners, but most times it's rounded. And let's see, I'm gonna shrink it down a little bit. You have to play around with whatever size you want. Okay, I think that'll be good. So let's click apply, and then you just change the background color to whatever you want over here. And I'm just gonna leave it white to match the other one. And basically now, if you try to go and say, oh, we're done just like this, it's not going to work. So I'm going to show you something. Okay, so you see how this is the print then cut. This is the create a sticker one. These are all separate. These are right now prepared to be cut with vinyl. Okay, so let's go back. All right, so the first thing that you have to do is you have to change this this unicorn into a Print Then Cut. So you just go up here to operation and then click where it says basic, and most of the time it says basic. Then you change it to Print Then Cut. Then you also need to, this is not connected to that offset. All right, so you have to grab both. You can drag them over, or you can click both. Click one and then hold down the shift button and click the other one. And then what you need to do, I have to move myself out of the way. Okay, so then what you have to do now is click flatten. And now it's flattened, but it doesn't look like the back is there. But it's there. Okay, so that's why I use the colored background, so you can see that the outline is still there. Okay, so this is how you would make a sticker without using the Cricut Access if you don't pay for Cricut Access. I'm going to delete that, and then I'm going to show you that now it's going to be on that Print and Cut page with the other sticker. See? Okay, so that was the die cut in both the Cricut sticker maker with Cricut Access and without it, like if you don't have it. Okay, so I'm going to delete those, and we're going to do, well, I'll just put those off to the side. Okay, and now I'm going to do a Cricut sheet. Okay, so a whole sheet where the stickers are all together on one page, and then you can just pull them off. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is grab a shape. Okay, so we have to size this square correctly. All right, so for an 8.5 by 11 sheet, which is what we normally print on, and I think Cricut is now allows you to have a Print Then Cut longer, like the 11 by 17 or whatever you have. If you have a longer printer capabilities, they have that, but I'm just going to focus on the 8.5 by 11 sheet, the standard sheet printing. So for that, with they only allow you a range of, your width should be 6.75, so you have to click that unlock button up here so you can unlock it and resize the shape. So it'll be 6.75 for the width, and then for the height it'll be 9.25. Okay, and then we're gonna lock it back just so it stays. Okay, so now all I'm doing is changing the color of the background and making it how I want it to look. I'm also going over to the images on Cricut Design Space and typing in unicorn, rainbows, cupcakes, and stuff, you know, stars, whatever you want to put on your sticker sheet, and then selecting those. Okay, so when you hit your image, you just go to Kiss Cut, and then you choose a border. I'm going to just choose the thin border and apply. And it's basically the same as the die cut, and then you can resize them for the page, right? And so that's basically how we're going to create the Kiss Cut page with the Cricut sticker maker. Okay, so I'm just repeating the same steps over and over with each sticker, just hitting the image, going up to the Cricut sticker maker, choosing Kiss Cut, and then whatever color background you want, however thick you want it, and then placing them on the sheet however I would like. I also went to grab another unicorn because the 3 unicorns just didn't look right by itself on the page. But anyway, you just situate the images onto the back of your sticker sheet the way you would like them. Okay, so now that we have our stickers where we want them on the page, this is an important step. So when we chose our background for the sticker sheet, we grabbed a shape from over here. So with the shapes, they are all automatically a basic cut, which the Cricut is looking for you to have a colored piece of vinyl down, and it's just going to cut a square. So in order for this to actually print for a Print Then Cut page and the backing be purple, we need to go up here and to the create sticker function, and then we're going to click die cut. And this time I'm not going to put a border around this. I'm just going to click apply. and it's gonna change so that this can be cut as a die cut sticker. So when we did these up here, we created these as die cuts, and so they're cutting all the way through the page. These that's on top of this backing, we made these as kiss cuts, so they should stay on this page, and then the backing will cut out of that sticker paper. And so that is a very important step that you want to do in this process. If not, then this will not print onto your sticker sheet. Okay, so now we need to grab the entire thing, the backing and all of the stickers, and then we're going to click attach. Okay, and so now it's ready to be cut, and I'm going to hide these two and then click make. Okay, so you see that that sizing creates it right in the cuttable area, and they're going to print on this page like this in purple. So you want to make sure that your backing is how the background is however you would like it to look. And each of these are actual stickers that we'll pull off of the page. Okay, so that's how you do that with the Cricut sticker maker. This is like the most simplest way, but if you don't pay for it, you can still do this, and I'm going to show you how. All right, so for this version, we are going to pretend that I don't have Cricut Access. Okay, and I'm also going to get my design from Canva, so that way you guys can have a full tutorial on how you can do it in Cricut Design. And if you don't want any of the pictures in Cricut Design Space, or if you don't pay for Cricut Access, some of these images aren't free, so you'll have to pay for them. So in order for you to get, you know, different pictures in, I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So I'm going to head over to Canva. All right, so in Canva, we're going to do a custom size, and the width I am going to 8.5 by 11, and then we're going to create a new design. Okay, so this is basically the printer paper here. All right, so all I'm going to do is basically kind of the same thing I did on Cricut Design Space, but I'm going to go to Elements and go over here and type in unicorn.
Okay, so I'm just basically searching the same things that I searched on Cricut Design Space for my unicorn stickers. So just typing in unicorn, stars, rainbows, cupcakes, anything that you want to put onto your sticker sheet. Now I'm just resizing them to separate them on the page so that I can download them onto my computer.
So we're going to go over here and click share, and then you're going to go to download. And I'm going to download each page, and you want to make sure that it's transparent. So click transparent and then click download. So let's go ahead and upload those files that we just downloaded onto our computer. Sorry, I'm moving so fast. You just go to upload here, and then you go to upload, and then you go to upload image, and then browse. Okay. And then we're going to go to those files that we just uploaded, and I'm just going to, got to put them in one at a time. So you just upload them here, and then click continue. Background should already be going. Click apply and continue. Okay, and so we want to do the flat graphic for the print then cut. So you click flat graphic, continue. Okay, and then upload. Okay, so that one is uploaded. We're going to have to, I'm just going to do the same thing for the other images, and I'll be right back. Okay, everything is uploaded, and I like that sometimes Cricut Design Space will show you some options that they have. So you can find these backgrounds in Cricut Design Space as well. They'll probably cost money. Like you see the A's, those are all Cricut Access. So like I said, you can find some backgrounds in here, but this is all if you do not have Cricut Access. Okay, so we're basically going to do the same thing. This is just like our shape that we got from the other side, right? So we need to resize that. Let's unlock it and resize it to 6.75 to 9.25. That's the wrong thing. 9.25. Okay, so we have our 2 background sheets and we have our stickers. Now, for this sticker, and like I said, you can do all of this multiple different ways. I try to tell you different ways to do these things because some people prefer to do them in a different way. They don't have Cricut Access or something, so I like to show you different ways that you can do this. All right, so this one was on the page by itself, right? So this one can already have an offset on it. See, it was already on the page by itself. So we can create an offset. I'm going to put it still about right there, apply, and then change the background. Right now, it is still not ready for print then cut because, let me send this to the back, because they're not connected. So you move it back over, and then you want to select both. I just like to drag it over them and then click flatten. That is very important. You have to click flatten for them to be together. And now you can they'll cut together. Okay? And so that one was by itself. So if you want to separate your pictures in Canva, then you can do that as well. Now, these are not separated, right? You see they're all still together. So what we can do here, move that out of the way for a minute. You click on your image, and because we have a transparent background, each image should be by itself. So you go down here to contour, and now you can take each image, you can hide the contours, and then you'll have one image left. And so you'll have to go through and grab each one from here. So that one is grabbed, so then I just normally copy and paste, and then you can go back to contour and then grab a different one. And then just click out of it, and then you'll have your other picture, and then you can just keep doing that over and over. Now, like I said, each way is kind of tedious, but this is how you get all of your photos. If you don't want to do it in Canva, you have to do it in Cricut Design to separate them. So either way, it's going to be tedious. You can decide on which way you would like to do it.
So now I'm just going to separate each image that was on the page together that I downloaded from Canva so that I can get them prepared to put on the sticker sheet. Okay, so now all I'm doing is the same thing that I did with the first image, clicking on that image, going up to offset and changing the color of the offset, then flattening them together so that they will print and cut together. Now I am just rearranging the stickers on the page so that we can have a nice and full sticker sheet. Okay, so now I'm just going over and grabbing another square, and I'm going to resize that square to the same size as we did the sticker backing at the 6.75 and 9.25 height. I also changed the color, you don't have to, and then I duplicate it.
So I'm going to go ahead and select all of my stickers and the background that I want, and I'm going to attach. So I'm going to go ahead and attach it. You don't want to group, you want to attach them. Okay? And so now I'm going to select these two and make sure that they're at the back, send to the back, they're at the back. And then I'm also going to hold down my shift key and select that one. And then I'm going to put it in the center, and that way they stay together. Okay? And so this way, Cricut will then cut around that square 3 times so that the whole sticker sheet will cut out. Okay? And so now I'm just going to group those together.
Make sure that you attach them instead of grouping them. We had to do all of this because we aren't using the create a sticker function on Cricut Design Space, and we need to make sure that the backing will cut all the way out of the sticker paper. Okay, so here are all the stickers that I made in this video. The first set are all die cut stickers that I wanted to add on to those two unicorns so that I wouldn't waste any sticker paper. And the last two are the differences between me making the sticker sheet with the Cricut sticker maker and doing it without it. Okay, let's go ahead and print and cut these. Okay, so I just hit make at the top of the screen, and then we're going to see the images show up here. So what you want to do is go ahead and hit continue, and then we're going to go to the send to printer button. Okay, and then you want to turn off bleed and then use system dialog for printing. Then click print, and then your system dialog should show up, and you want to make sure you go to your preferences and click for best quality printing. If you do not choose the best quality printing, you may get like line streaks in your prints. So this is kind of an important step. There are many different options for printable sticker paper, but I just choose the first one, the printable sticker paper white. And then there's also an option for the pressure and the kiss cut pressure here, but this is only if you use the create a sticker function. If you did not use the create a sticker function, I suggest that you do not choose your material to be the printable sticker paper. I suggest that you choose the vinyl premium vinyl option, and then either do less pressure or more pressure. You have to make sure you test that out on your machine. But that is because if you do the printable sticker paper, you won't get that cut function like you want to. It's going to cut through everything. Like it's going to cut through the sticker backing, and it will cut through the stickers that are supposed to stay on that sheet. If you want them to be die cut, then it doesn't really matter. So, and they'll cut out as single stickers. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and print our images. And this is what I was speaking about earlier with the create a sticker function. If you do not turn that back into a die cut image or a print then cut image, it will not print out on the sticker paper. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and prepare the cut. So I'm going to show you guys everything. I've seen videos where they have like this perfect like cut every time they put it into their Cricut. I'm going to tell you right now, my Cricut does not always cut. This print then cut function does not always work correctly. So I have 3 Cricuts in total. I have a Cricut Air 2, which is that purple one that you just saw. I have a Cricut Maker, and I have a Cricut Venture. I am currently using my Explorer Air 2 to cut out this sticker sheet, and as you saw before, it did not recognize the registration lines. So sometimes I'll go back in over the registration lines with a Sharpie and color over it, and it'll recognize it. This time it did not. My Cricut Maker has actually never read a registration line on any of them. So what I decided to do was use the calibration sheet that Cricut does at the beginning, like when you first do a cut then print, they'll do a calibration. So I kept my calibration sheet, and I'm just cutting off the edges to tape onto my actual sticker paper. If you ever need another calibration sheet to use this method, all you have to do is go to settings and act like you're about to do another calibration for your machine and just reprint out the calibration sheet. So you want to make sure that you kind of get it lined up correctly so that the registration lines are actually in the correct place and that your stickers will get cut around correctly. I placed the tape around it. Basically, do not tape over the actual registration lines. You just hold down the paper with the tape. I think it's unfortunate that we spend this much money on a machine, but we still have to do workarounds so that it will work correctly. But maybe it's because I'm using an older machine, because my Venture actually does work pretty well with the registration lines. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and put it back into my Explorer Air 2. And as you can see, it is immediately recognizing the registration lines on all 4 sides. Okay, so this particular sticker sheet is the one that we made with the create a sticker function on Cricut Design Space, and it has the kiss cut already on there. And remember, we did the die cut around the edge of this sticker sheet. The thing is, you have to know your machine and know what type of pressure that it's going to have on each one of these so that you can either select more or less pressure. This machine in particular is kind of old, so I had to do a more pressure on this die cut sticker. With my Cricut Venture, I had to actually do a lot less pressure because it cuts all the way through if not. So I had to honestly change it to the vinyl setting so that it would cut out correctly. All right, guys, that's it. I want to thank you for watching. I know this was a very long video, but I wanted to go into detail on how to do this in the many different ways you can do it. And I also want to show you about cutting with the print then cut function on Cricuts. I know a lot of people have issues with that, so I wanted to give some suggestions on that. But if you have any questions or comments, you can put them down in the comment section below. And please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.